Please bow your heads. Lord, thank you for this opportunity to come before you humbly and serve in this community as we are called to do. And it is a privilege for us to be elected into these positions and help us to be mindful and mature about these decisions and the things that we approve. And just be with us during this meeting and for the safety of everyone going home. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Caroline.
You're welcome.
At this time, let's do a roll call, please.
Commissioner Haley, you said it's tardy. Commissioner Holzhausen,
Here.
Commissioner Johnson,
Here.
Commissioner Garber,
Here.
Commissioner Howard,
Here.
Commissioner Shepherd,
Present.
and Chairman Broder.
Here. This time I'd look for a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
So moved. Support.
I've got a motion with support. Any discussion of the agenda changes? No changes? All in favor of approving tonight's agenda, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And today's agenda is approved. At this time, I'd be looking for the approval of the minutes of the December 10th, 2025 Board of Commissioners meeting.
So moved.
Got a motion? I think I heard support over there. Any discussion on the minutes? All in favor of approving those minutes, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. At this time, I would also ask to approve the minutes of the January 7th, 2026 organizational meeting.
So moved. Support.
Got a motion with support. Any discussion on those minutes? All in favor of approving those minutes signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the minutes are approved. This time we move to the approval of the bills. Commissioner Garber, if you would handle that, please.
Absolutely. Thank you. I move to approve the invoice edit reports dated 12/11, 12/12, 12/18, 12/19, 12/25, 12/26, 1/2, 1/8, and 1/9, and authorize the amount of $11,016,088.76 to be drawn from Treasury in that amount.
Support.
I have a motion with support. Any discussions or questions regarding the bills? Seeing none, I'd like a roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Holzhausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Commissioner Garber,
Yes.
Commissioner Howard,
Yes.
Commissioner Shepherd,
Yes.
Commissioner Haley is absent, and Chairman Broder.
Yes. All right, at this time we have our first opportunity for the public to address this board. I have no slips up here. Is there any public? I don't see anyone coming forward, so we're going to move on to committee reports. Commissioner Holzhausen, can we start with you, please?
Okay, yes, I'm on the Health Department Board with Larry Johnson, and he's with money being lax over there. He's cut some people off and had to lay off a few people, and they're coming back part-time. Also, there's a lot of people off with the flu, so that's kind of a problem. Also on the Health and Wellness Board, and that's still up in the air. They want to privatize it maybe, so they haven't decided yet. This Lansing is slow on it. They want to take it over. I'm on the Shiawassee Council on Aging, and we're still trying to work with, been a lot of talk and everything, but we're going to give up that building in Morris, most likely. It's too much. It costs us over $100,000 a year just to keep it up. So, and they only use the part-time for the employees over there. So, and also I'm SEDP with Justin Horvath, and there's all kinds of grants and incentives for all the businesses every month, and every day I get emails, so that all kinds of things going on there. So that's it.
Thank you. Commissioner Garber.
Just a couple quick things. So Pleasant View, as you know, we're moving forward with the expansion. And when I was at their meeting last month, what they have done is they have put 4 cameras on the construction site itself and wired that in to the TVs inside the facility. So I think it's channel 1. so the residents can watch either from their room or a common area, the construction, and they do. And I thought that was the coolest thing. It reminded me of, my kids like looking out the window at a tractor going by or somebody digging a hole, for God's sake. But they love it. And I was so impressed that they would think of something just so simple, but so.
Who did that? Who thought of that?
I wish I knew. The IT, I think, did it, but I don't know. But whoever did. And they are also baking fresh bread. So just some of the things that, our support and the support of the community allows them to do. Those extra things.
Maybe they did to keep the construction people on their toes.
Right. Yeah, in this weather.
Yeah.
Be
no,
very-
probably not. So
Very appreciated. So, I think we have to really stop and just appreciate all the hard work they do over there to take care of our elderly people. The wait list is now, or was a few weeks ago, at 69 in-county residents.
okay.
I've been talking about this for a while and it's been around 50, but I mean, we're almost at 70 people in our county that need that care. So again, that expansion is so needed. Money well spent.
When do they hope to open that? I'm trying to remember.
2027, we're looking at next year. So
Well, a year.
Yeah.
That's reasonable.
At least we got started.
yes, yep.
They last reported that they were going to build all the rooms so they could be inhabited, but only half of them would be filled at the present time.
No.
I thought they changed then, and
They
now they're
did.
doing 40 instead of 20.
They
Yes.
did get their certificates that they needed for those extra beds.
Yep. So it'll be
So they're actually going to build out everything, and they're going to
Yes.
have 40 available.
day one rolling out 40. So
Good. I like that change.
yeah.
It was in the works, but she couldn't really announce it until she got formal.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
That was good news.
So that's
Thank
all I got. Thank you.
Commissioner. Commissioner Howard?
Yeah, the one thing I have is the planning commission met, and we've been working on revising our ordinances, so we sent those out, or they will be sent out shortly to the townships for their review. So as we heard on Monday, we're gonna give them 60 days to review those, provide any feedback, and we'll take that into consideration at the planning commission. And then if that passes that commission, then it'll come here for us to adopt.
Anything controversial going on?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, we just cleaned up a lot of the language in there. I mean, there was, if you go right through it, hundreds of pages and lots of stuff we cleaned up, streamlined. There were probably some requirements in there, maybe at some point someone knew what they were for or why. We removed those.
It's been a long process.
Very long time. Yeah.
Mhm.
Much needed though. Thank you. I know a lot of work.
So you're not the only one doing cleanup.
Right. It feels good, doesn't it?
That's just for the townships that we service. Is that it?
Yes, yes.
And somebody asked me how many townships are.
10.
Yeah, but is it 6 that we?
We
Somebody asked
do.
me.
We do 10.
Oh, somebody asked me how many was on their own now. 6 then?
Six.
6.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Six.
Somebody asked me at a township meeting, so I didn't know. So thanks for the
Yeah.
information.
And if they'd all like to be on their own, I would be very happy with that.
Yes, we'll advise them.
Right.
On
Well,
what to do.
I would just add, as we talked about the other day, under the Zoning Enabling Act, that power is vested with the local unit. And so it is their responsibility. We do planning and zoning by default for townships that choose not to do their own. It is their power. So when they take it back and they do it themselves, that's good. That shows that they have the capacity to do it on their own. And at the local level, that is the best way to do planning and zoning. We are local, but we're kind of an intermediary from the actual townships that, have their elected officials there to serve them.
What's that?
That's all set.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gary.
Yeah, I was at a township meeting and they took it back, but they said it cost them a lot more money doing it on their own
Yeah.
than it did with the county. So.
Always seems like a good idea at the time, but
Yeah, but they're still happy with it because they're, got control.
right.
That's what they want,
Yep.
control.
It comes with a price.
Commissioner Shepherd, I know you have formal duties, but there might still be things you'd like to speak on.
I could wait until the end if you don't mind.
This is your opportunity though.
Oh,
I mean, unless you want to speak at public time, but this is probably better
all
to
right.
speak now.
Well, I just have questions on the, drain commission account. The people that are being affected by the Young's drain repairs and construction and what have you. It's 61% for Shiawassee County and 39% for Saginaw County, which equates out of the two counties, we have 1.2 million that is going to be generated by the individuals living in that area. New Haven Township, I believe, is that correct, Gary?
What was, I didn't hear the number for sure.
Well, it's 1.2 million that they are going for more taxes.
It's gonna be more than that.
Uh,
They took bids on it and, the whole project's gonna be, over $2 million.
But that combines.
Yeah,
both
that's the whole
counties.
project.
1.2 million is Shiawassee's
Yeah.
issue, and then we have over $4 million in the Drain Commission budget. I'm just wondering why that's not being utilized instead of additional burden to the residents.
So the drain commissioner, you want me to answer that?
Yeah, I was there for budget meetings, but I certainly haven't memorized the drain budget.
So the drain budget is a series of different accounts, different styles of accounts. There are the revolving fund, there's the account that pays for salaries, and then there's maintenance funds for different drains, and they're required to keep so much money in them per mile of work and things like that. So those are restricted funds and they can't be used for that. The drain office will send out assessments, and they will be divided into three different kinds of categories of assessments. There'll be an assessment to the county, there'll be an assessment to the township, and there'll be assessment to the individual property owners based on their portion of water drainage and runoff and acreage and things like that that they use to calculate their formula. But those particular funds that are held in there are one of three categories. They're either the individual drain accounts, which they're required by state law to keep so much money in for maintenance, so you can't take from that. The other one is the equipment revolving fund, which they use to work out of, to work on drains, to pay for equipment, to pay for the hours on it. And then the other account is their account for personnel and related expenses. So those aren't things that you can pull from just to pay that drainage bill. And plus, the drain commissioner is one of the most powerful taxing elected officials that exists in the state. And they have an ability to levy taxes on people. And so we can't take from his funds to pay for that. He can give us a bill though.
And my understanding is he does when there are these improvements. I don't remember what, there's a portion, the county's divided into drain districts.
Our
With
portion,
the idea that anybody in that district benefits from the work being done, whether it's maintenance or improvements, and I'm probably saying a few of these things wrong because it's not my area of expertise, but then that is a portion of the cost. Let's say it's $100,000 to clean something. That's a portion between the people in the drain district and the county and who else? I know the
the
road.
township.
The township, and I think the road commission at some point throws in.
The road commission gets a portion of it, but it's factored differently. And all of that to say, our bill is gonna be somewhere around $254,000 plus interest, depending on how we pay it or when we do get the bill, but we have not gotten one yet. It's gotta be somewhere right in that region.
So we all sort of generally share in these improvements to a certain percent, and the people living in the area pay a larger portion because they also pay theirs. And the township pays their portion, and it gets very complex.
And I would say this, anything that's in the budget is appropriated money. It has been earmarked for a particular purpose to do something with, either because it's needed for operations or it's statutorily required to be there. Anything that's not appropriated is in the fund balance or a different kind of restricted account of that nature. So when you see anything in the budget that says like that $4 million that you're pointing to, which you'd have to show me specifically, I'm taking your word for it on which line item you're talking about. That money has already been budgeted and appropriated and earmarked for either a particular purpose or for a purpose that is required by law. There's not a great deal of flexibility.
Gary, our drain
Yeah,
expert.
since you want to talk a little more about the Young's drain, the Young's drain was in our county for years and years. It was never even in Saginaw County until Tony went to the township board and Tim and got him to vote to make it in Saginaw County. For what reason? That's beyond my. It's been working in Shiawassee County for years because our fall from my place, because I'm on the drain, it must be at least 15 foot to their county line. And I've dug on the Young's drain. My father's dug on it, and I don't know how many people is drained or dug on it and cleaned it out, and Young's drain, and they never paid in anything. But then all of a sudden they all got together, political, Saginaw County, the state drain commissioner, and all the other commissioners. They had a special board, and they said, well, we're going to stick it to Shiawassee County, and they did. So that's what happened.
And that's what that meeting was about a number of months ago, where you
Yep.
were less than happy.
Yep.
But
I've heard a little bit about
decision,
that, Gary.
the decision to expand that drain was obviously not made here. That was made by the townships.
Yeah, the township made a petition
Township.
to help them out in Saginaw. I don't know why. It's been working here since the 1800s. I don't know who the heck got this brainstorm to go in Saginaw County. It's our drain commissioner. I'm glad he's voted out. So otherwise, it cost us another $10 million. So, jeez, I'm upset about it. So.
Did that answer your
I know.
questions?
It's a
Well,
no.
we were told during a meeting in here that it would be litigated.
No, you were told that we were looking into litigating. And the drain commissioner looked into it and he did not find a path forward to do so.
Have you talked to the drain commissioner about it?
A little bit.
Oh, okay, because he's the elected official, he's the guy. We do budgeting, but really the decision making is his, with some consultation, obviously with us, because we do budgeting.
Yeah, he couldn't bring a lawsuit on his own, but he was supposed to talk to the attorney that does the drain code stuff, which is not our attorney. And that is where he left it. He said there wasn't a path forward to appeal.
I find the drain, one of the things I've found interesting since I was elected is the drain stuff, because it's so invisible to the average person, yet so incredibly important and visible when it doesn't work.
Sure.
It's a very important job, drain commissioner.
Very complex. The drain code is beyond the average person's.
I only know the surface of it. Gary?
Yes, I've been working on drains. My father's been working on drains. That was our life income. And for since way back in the, I don't know when, my father and his another guy got together and they got a machine, and one would run at days and one run at nights to get going. And that's how many years we worked on a drain. And this is the worst. I've been around since in the 50s when they did that, late 50s when they did it on it. And this is the worst corruption I've ever seen in the whole county since I've been in the drain business, by far. I've seen a lot of things go bad, but oh my God, this stops it.
If you're all set, we'll move on. All right, let's move on to committee motions and reports. Commissioner Howard, could you get us started, please?
Absolutely. I move to approve the rehabilitation mortgage discharge for Mary J. Buckley of 520 East Comstock, Owasso.
Support.
I have a motion with support. Any discussion on that? It's a very standard thing. We've done a lot of
Standard
these.
thing, the whole program with CBDG money, and now we're just, they fulfilled it, discharging the mortgage, removes our lien on their property.
All right, I think we need a roll call. This is a money thing.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Commissioner Garber,
Yes.
Commissioner Howard,
Yes.
Commissioner Shepherd,
Yes.
Commissioner Holzhausen,
Yes.
Chairman Broder.
Yes.
I move to approve the minutes of the January 12th, 2026 Economic and Physical Development Committee meeting.
Support.
Motion with support. Any discussion on those minutes? Hearing none, all in favor of approving those minutes, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. Thank you, Commissioner Howard. Commissioner Garber, back to you.
Thank you. I move that we approve resolution number 260101 and renew the contract for 2026 with the surveyor.
Support.
Motion with support. I think we discussed that the other day.
Yeah, so very briefly, this is one of those positions that has some statutory requirements, a licensure requirement related to it. No one applied to be the licensed surveyor and run for election, and the law allows us to hire someone in that particular case, so we did. And the same person who had been doing it, he just retired and moved outside of the county. He likes to continue doing it, so he is proposed doing it as a contract, and we're just gonna change it from an elected position to an appointed position by this board. And then you can change it back later if you have someone of interest, but lots of times in smaller rural counties, these are going to contractor firms. You will notice that we're not paying him a lot. A actual engineering firm or contracting firm to do this would be substantially more money.
1 year.
1 year.
But if in whichever election would be next, if someone for some reason decide to run, that would supersede this because the.
You have to change it here first.
Oh, so this is until we change it a permanent, we will have an elected position unless we decide there will be
Correct.
an elected, well, I can't see any reason there should be an elected surveyor.
No.
Right.
Yes, Commissioner.
I think they must be getting close because several years ago, they didn't have a lot more to do. Boundaries, they must be getting close to getting them all done.
The
remonumentation.
remonumentation.
Yeah.
He's up towards the 80-90%
I,
of it, and we still get a grant, and the grant pays for him.
so, I know it was getting close.
Didn't
It
the
is.
townships kick in for remonumentation also?
There is some agreement with the townships. It depends when they're in their township.
In their, okay,
Because they're not in every township all the time working. So whichever one he's in, they do usually kick in something as well.
okay, thank you.
All right, that was more discussion than I expected. Roll call vote on that, please.
Commissioner Garber,
Yes.
Commissioner Howard,
Yes.
Commissioner Shepherd,
Yes.
Commissioner Haley,
Yes.
Commissioner Holzhausen,
Yes,
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
and Chairman Broder.
Yes,
I move to approve the 2025 budget adjustments as presented.
Support.
a motion with supports.
As you know, we do budget adjustments every quarter, except for the last one, which you guys pre-approved for us to make the budget adjustments, so we don't have to meet around New Year or so. And because we have to have them all done by December 31st. And Tracy was here around December 31st, working on them, inputting them, so that they all balance to zero. Most of these changes are when you go from the budgeted amount to whatever the final expense was for the year. And so they're mostly adjustments in wages based on overtime, based on people that came and left or were hired or left under other circumstances, or whatever the case may be, health insurance costs and changes and different things like that, and then we balance it to zero.
The budget is an estimate. At the end of the year, it becomes reality.
Correct. So as you notice in some of these budget pages that you have in front of them, it will say budgeted, and then it says budget amended budget, budget activity, budget projection, different things like that. So those are where those different columns change over time, and we get from what we actually thought the budget was in one column to what the budget actually is at the end of the year, and then we use those for projections for next year.
Any other questions? Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Howard,
Yes.
Commissioner Shepherd,
Yes.
Commissioner Haley,
Yes.
Commissioner Holzhausen,
yes,
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Commissioner Garber,
Yes.
and Chairman Broder.
Yes,
I move to confirm the appointment of Doctors Michael Markey and Christopher Hausch as the Shiawassee County Deputy Medical Examiners, in addition to Dr. Rahaman, under the contract between Shiawassee County and University of Michigan Sparrow.
Support.
have a motion with support.
Very briefly, so several months ago, you appointed Dr. Rahaman as the new medical examiner, deputy medical examiner under the contract. We then renewed the contract with Sparrow to continue those services. However, they have a couple of additional new doctors that are working there as well. And under statute, we need to name who they are so that they can officially sign reports on behalf of the county. And so you're just adding 2 additional doctors' names so that they can sign reports. There's no additional cost to that, it's just there's 3 people working on the contract.
All right, Boyce?
Why don't you do a roll call, because it's an appointment.
All right, let's do that.
They would share that salary.
This is item C. Commissioner Shepherd,
Yes,
Commissioner Haley,
Yes.
Commissioner Olshausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes,
Commissioner Garber,
Yes.
Commissioner Howard.
Yes.
Chairman Broder.
Yes.
I move to confirm the chair's recommendation of the following individuals to the following boards. Rich Falerin to the 911 Board, Barry Culham to the Midwest Michigan Trail Authority, and Mark Agnew to the Veterans Advisory Board.
Support. Motion with support. Any discussion on those
So
recommendations?
due to your reorganization, you had an opening for a elected at large, so that's where you have Rich Falerin. He is on the Durand City Council. He's also retired law enforcement and court security bailiff here. Barry Cullum, who's been on the Midwest Trail Authority and a very active member, as Commissioner Garber told us last time, working on the trail, and then Mark Agnew to the Veterans Board.
All right, any questions on that?
I just had a statement. Mark Agnew, as many people know in this county, is well known. His application to serve on the Veterans Board is a welcome gesture to diversify and maintain integrity. Mark's public service is a sterling characteristic of his ethics and to serve our community. A couple facts about Mark. We all know he owns a terrific sign company and creates beautiful signage throughout the county, along with vehicle wraps for the sheriff's department and political candidates. Mark has raised funds for many causes and is a diehard supporter of children's issues, and most recently helped raise money for a burglary business victim. In the past, he has helped military families, along with welcoming them military back to our county. And unfortunately, he suffered great loss in his daughter's fiance, Shane Cantu, back in 2012. Mark is one more than worthy of our positive vote today. In fact, Shiawassee veterans are fortunate to have his commitment to serve, and I ask that all of us join and vote unanimously for Mark, as well as the other individuals.
Thank you. That was a good tribute.
I'd like to just reiterate what Commissioner Shepherd said as well. Mark is a good guy, and we're lucky to have him in this county, and all he does for all the people in the county, veterans or the elderly, everybody. So proud to have him in Wausau Township. Thank you.
I don't think there was a chance of a no vote, but
Agreed.
Anytime we get to say something good about the people we work with. So.
All right.
absolutely.
Anything else, anyone? All in favor of approving those recommendations, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? It was unanimous.
I move to approve the refilling of the part-time youth center position in family court not to exceed 30 hours a week.
Support. Motion with support. Anything, Dr. Boggs? I know we talked about this the other day.
No, this position, the person that was in the part-time position moved to the opening that was in the full-time position now which you approved a couple months ago. And now this creates an opening there. So that one advancement, to an open position, which created an opening in their position.
I would say that I did bring this up during leadership this morning and asked Sarah Edwards for a little context, even though this is just a routine refilling of a vacancy, because I forget sometimes that they're down there in the basement of district court, and it sounds like a really tough job with these kids that are expelled or suspended out of school for a length of time, and they work very hard to get them some type of education, keep them on track, keep them out of trouble if they can. So very important work they do, and I think sometimes I know I overlook it, so wanted to put that out there. I'm not going to apply for it, that's for sure, but very tough job.
I have commented somewhat tongue-in-cheek, but with some seriousness about Sarah and her entire, they have the most depressing jobs in the county. It's
Yes.
a very difficult thing. It really is, and I'm glad they are willing to do it.
Well, she did share with us this morning just a little bright spot, someone that was probably not going to succeed that will now be graduating, and he has asked Sarah to come and watch him walk with his class. So,
He's great.
so some bright spots.
It's really tough
Yes.
for young people to get by if they do not have the high school education. I don't recall the last time I saw a job listing where that wasn't listed as a minimum.
Right.
I don't know if people who drop out of college, how they find jobs. So it's great when we can encourage young people who are having difficulty to get that, because then they can recover. They can change their lives and be great people.
We hope.
They can.
So,
All right. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Haley,
Yes.
Commissioner Olshausen,
Yes.
Commissioner Johnson,
Yes.
Commissioner Garber,
yes.
Commissioner Howard.
Yes.
Commissioner Shepherd,
Yes.
Chairman Broder.
Yes.
I move to approve the minutes of the January 12th Finance and Administration Committee meeting.
Support.
Motion with support. Any discussion on those minutes? Seeing none, all in favor of approving those minutes signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. Thank you, Commissioner. At this point, just a couple minor things from me to echo what Gary was saying about community mental health. It is still very, very much up in the air. We've got a good CEO over there, but I suspect we'll be letting you know a number of things going on. The state is trying to make some major changes in the structure. The local CMHs don't like it, and lawsuits were filed. There was a fairly big win, not an entire win, recently, where a judge said to the state, you can't have these certain people bid, nonprofits bid, let's Blue Cross out of bidding and HAP out of it, and so on. And also, it seems like they said that the process therefore doesn't work. It's just you can't do it that way. So I don't know if that's going to end this, or if they're going to redo it, or it's going to delay it years. I have no idea, but there will be more to come. We got 3 of us there. We're doing the best we can to make sure our community mental health functions as best it can. It is a very important thing. I'm personally fairly passionate about it. On better news, our land bank is again doing just great stuff. We got a lot of development going on. We're still doing some blight stuff. That building in Owasso behind the old Robbins Furniture, which is now I think Robbins Gym, is going to come down really soon. We got the last of the paperwork there. So it's always good when there's blight elimination, and we are going to be discussing the future of the land bank probably at our next meeting. Kind of interesting to sit in on. If any of you ever want to come to a land bank meeting, you're more than welcome. That is all I have. Dr. Boggs.
Just to build on what Greg said, you know, the futures and it's being dissolved, just goals for the land bank to move forward.
Yes.
Couple of things. We will have a report sometime in the next couple of months where Justin and Julie and myself will present kind of 3 years retrospective of the land bank and all of the accomplishments that they've had. They're working on presenting that, putting that together. It'll be presented to the land bank board, and then it'll come to you guys as an informational at one of the committee meetings. I do want to introduce Jordan Newman, who is our new intern that'll be working with us at the administration building for the semester. You may know his grandfather, Tony Newman. Don't hold that against him, Gary. And but he's a good young man. He's studying at U of M Flint and is going to be transferring to MSU here soon. And he's doing an internship with us, and we're putting him to work on government-related items. The audit is set to begin. As you know, we kind of have a cycle. We work on a budget, we create a budget, we execute the budget. That year ends, we then have to turn back to the previous year's budget and do an autopsy of the budget, which is part of our audit. Tracy will be busy working on audit reports. The auditors will be working with us beginning in March. We're hoping to present the audit to you in May. It is due June 30th to the state, so we want to make sure that we have plenty of time. We're trying to do it a month earlier so that we can get it done, and we're hoping for another good year. We have been working on a project with the opioid funding that this board has approved for a vehicle for drug court. The vehicle has been purchased. It has been lettered. It is ready to go. We're putting out the policies and procedures related to it so that they will be able to get to their court appointments. We will have a part-time driver that is, we have a driver scheduler who works in the Veterans Affairs Department, and we're gonna add to his duties of scheduling these rides, and then a part-time individual come and pick them up and make sure they get to their drug-related court appointments. Judge Stewart's quite thrilled about that, and at some point in the near future, we'll be doing a press release on that, and some additional information. We have some ongoing contract negotiations, particularly through court units, and we'll be meeting with them throughout the next few months, and soon we will have a new contract for ratification by this board in the coming months. Outside of that, that is all.
All right, thank you, Dr. Boggs. It's our second opportunity for the public to address this board. Is there anyone who would like to do so? Seeing no one, we are adjourned. Pardon me?